Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Dr. Jessica Woolworth. I'm a practicing CPA and I'm also a professor of accounting. We use the word tax all the time in conversation, but it has a very specific meaning. Not every payment we make to the government is actually technically a tax. For something to be a real tax, it has to meet three key tests. First, it's required. You don't get to opt out. Second, it's imposed by a government, whether that's federal, state, or local. And third, and this is really the key, it's not paid in exchange for a specific benefit. What that means is you pay it whether or not you personally use the thing it's funding. Think about income tax. That is a perfect example of a tax. You pay it based on what you earn, not because you called the fire department or visited a national park that week. Now, let's contrast that with a few things that look like taxes but aren't. What about the fee for your driver's license? Well, that's just it. It's a fee. You're paying directly for the service of getting a license. Same goes for a passport fee. Okay, but what about those tricky ones? You stay at a hotel and the bill includes an extra percentage for city tourism. That's a tax. Or how about that surcharge on your rental car that helps fund local roads? That's a tax, too. The key difference is that the payment isn't tied to your personal use. It's collected to fund general projects that benefit the public as a whole. So, why does this little distinction matter? Because when you understand what a tax is, you start to see how governments fund their operations, and you get a much clearer picture of how those costs show up in your own life. You might find that some of the biggest taxes you pay are the ones you hardly even notice. Next up, we're going to talk about the most important formula in all of taxation, and it's surprisingly simple. Got a tax topic you're curious about? Drop it in the comments. I might cover it in a future video. If you found this helpful, feel free to like, share, or follow depending on where you're watching. And just a reminder, this video is for informational and educational purposes only. Everyone's situation is unique, so be sure to consult with a qualified tax professional before making any decisions about your taxes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.